right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC, and if anyone is well equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if he can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
So much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. All right, now let's get to the tail of the tape for this featherweight tilt. Now for the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Destroyer. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Assassin.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready.
All right, it is the UFC's unofficial home base, T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and 18,000 plus are expected on hand tonight for what should be an epic UFC live.
It is going to be a phenomenal fight night in a fantastic arena. T-Mobile Arena, the home of the UFC. Big ground and pound.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Lands the grounded pound strike here.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Oh, another huge ground strike landed by him there. How much more can one man take? Volume strikes continue to rain down. His opponent pretty helpless there on the ground.
His opponent is helpless. He's been hurt, he's been battered, he's been beat, and now this guy's just trying to fight. Oh! This is where he wants to be.
Big strikes continue to land.
In the half guard.
Just over 2 minutes, round one. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard. Great job finding his shots from the top position.
lands with the ground and pound. Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Side control now. Striking pretty well from the bottom here. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Final seconds here of round one. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Excellent job last round. Really like your ground control. This round, we want to do the exact same thing. Let's start this off with a big take.
All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. Your good friend Mark Coleman, the godfather of the ground and pound, would be proud.
He'd be very proud. He'd be very proud with the way that he showed his ability to use his ground and pound. He didn't waste any action. He did everything he needed to do. He was able to posture. He was able to control risk. He did everything perfectly in his approach in that ground and pound sequence.
All right, round two. Nice straight pinpoint accuracy on that punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot. Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard. He passes to half guard.
Oh, how about the speed on that reversal there? I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it. Great job landing from the top position.
Oh, another strike lands from the top. Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. Right now, it's starting to show.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. All right, side control now. Bleeding from his cheek now. That's a heck of a strike to land from bottom position.
Gotta get out of there.
Under a minute now to go.
Great ground and pound by this man. He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the feet. Crowd may be drunk, but they're absolutely loving it. Little judo throw there to take him down. High praise, I would think, from the Olympian, DC. Nicely done.
I mean, it was beautiful. The way that he stepped across, got his hips in and started driving into his opponent. What a phenomenal technique. Great position. Great knowledge of knowing how to manipulate someone's body.
All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up.
Better than this dude. Hands up.
All right, so the takedown's the big storyline in that previous round. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and got to be pretty discouraging to get grounded that many times in one round.
Oh, it's so discouraging because all you want to do is let your offense go, but every time you're getting dragged to the floor constantly. You're starting to get fatigued. He's starting to wear on you. Let's see what type of effect it takes on his offensive approach as the next round starts.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. There's a kick. Whiffs on the elbow. Strong hook lands.
That's one of those shots that if you take one of them and the night that one landed right on the spot.
Fight back! Fight back!
Oh, and he moves into half guard. The guard pass is starting to pile up.
Right away, takes the far side underhook. Look for damage from the top to come now.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here. Gotta be careful here.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Another ground and pound strike lands. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting, because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side underhook. This is a great position for a top fighter.
Oh, it looks like he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. A lot of body weight from the top position. How does he go about trying to finish this fight?
He just needs to stay heavy. He's got to keep his weight down. He's got to be working, but not working recklessly, because this is a position that you can escape. Make sure you secure your opponent, and make sure you secure your opponent. Land strikes that matter and end this fight. Great shot from the top position.
Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Pretty accurate there from bottom position. Final seconds of round 3.
He needs to shove the knees. Get his opponent's knee off of his belly so he can get to his feet.
And that'll do it. 15 minutes in the books. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Oh, they're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing. Strike lands clean. Congratulations there, DC. He is officially run.
A big, massive hook that really has put his opponent on skates.
Well, informed speculation says he's going to try to set up another hook here. Single leg takedown is good.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Oh, the ground and pound is there. His right eye's closing up. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard. puts him out.
Ground and pound strike there now.
Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the outside.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Oh, great ground shot there, and that one opened him up. Nice positional control here. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
And once he got to the top, he started to land brutal ground and pound until the fight was called off. Just a dominant performance from the top position.
Let's get to Bruce Buffer. He has your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Destroyer.
And there is the man of the moment, and what a moment this must be like for a professional athlete, right? I know you enjoyed the birth of your kids, right?
Yeah.
But you knock out a man in a cage fight. I can't think of anything better.
I mean, there's nothing like it. You know, you don't even hear the one that lands that puts out your opponent's lights. And tonight, he